Hi my dear friends of the Feng Shui. I am here today for you from the beautiful Garda Lake. Oh, and the ferry is even coming. That's beautiful. And that's Bardolino behind me. And what I want to tell you about the Feng Shui of the Garda Lake, if you look at it on the map, you can see that it stretches along from north to the south. And you can also see which areas are really more prosperous than others. So if you look at the landscape, so behind me, Bardolino, like Lazise below and like Garda above, they actually have a rolling landscape behind them. Before them the hills start. So if you have a look at it, this is Bardolino, and behind Bardolino you can see a rolling landscape, and then the hill comes. So the hill protects those towns. Whereas on the other side, if you look at the landscape of the west side of the lake, which you can see a little bit in the distance over there, it is rough, it is really steep, and there's next to no space below. Also, what you can or maybe cannot see is that on the west side, all the mountains are really bare and naked. So what do we know is that? That's a sick dragon. So all the bare and naked mountains that you see is called a sick dragon. So it's not as prosperous as if there is like the rolling hills with landscape, with cypresses and everything. So that is much more prosperous. I mean, it seems natural, doesn't it? So yeah, so this is when you can see, when you look into the west and the east side of the Garda Lake, you can see how the east side is much more prosperous than the west side. You can also see another thing, that the towns more towards the south are more prosperous than the northern ones, even on the east side. And that is, again, if you look at the landscape of the lake, that in the north you've got more steep hills, or in the north you've got like it's almost like a hose coming out of the Alps. That's why all the surface, the wind surface, are up there. So, and in the south you've got more broader, and as I said, on the east side there is more slopes and more nature. So you can definitely see there is much more prosperous than the other side. Let's just wait a little bit until that one is gone.